already know what it is.
All I do is work, hustle, kill. All I do is work, hustle, kill. All I do is work, hustle, kill.
Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about beginning dieting. People that first start out dieting, somebody who's maybe really overweight or has not ever really dieted before, been in a caloric deficit, people who have had a hard time with maybe figuring out the best way to go about starting a diet. There's a lot of confusion, especially if you're new to it. People are talking about counting macros and ratios and how much fat you should have and how much carbohydrates and whether or not carbohydrates are good or bad, whether you should have high carbohydrates, super low carbohydrates, high fat. It gets a little confusing. So I want you guys to focus on one thing that is most important in the beginning. I would not focus so much on the macros. There are going to be people that tell you like, oh, you got to count macros, you got to have higher carb days. Some people will say you should do a keto diet where it's you use fats for energy and keep your carbs really low. But I want you to forget about all of that. What I want you to focus on is two things. I want you to count calories. Don't worry about carbs and fats and how much the ratio should be, what percentage of carbs and fats. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Beginning weight loss is, you need to stick to the basics. And the basics of fat loss are you need to be in a caloric deficit. So you need to find what your maintenance calories are and you need to eat below that. If you eat 500 calories less per day than your body uses, then essentially you will burn 3,500 extra calories per week, and that is equal to 1 pound. So essentially you'll lose 1 pound of body weight per week at a 500 calorie deficit. The point of this video though is to not get caught up in all the macro counting, because for someone that's like competing or something like that, it can be really important. But someone that's just trying to lose weight, maybe for the first time, maybe you're struggling with, you don't want to track all these things. It takes too much time, too much energy, and it gets too confusing. I want you to focus on your calories, staying under maintenance calories, and there's plenty of resources for figuring out your maintenance calories. Tons of websites that offer how to figure out your maintenance calories, or sometimes they'll even calculate it for you. So I want you to focus on calories first and foremost. That is the most important part of weight loss. You want to eat below maintenance. Secondly, the only macronutrient I want you to really focus on in the beginning is protein. You want to keep your protein at around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you need 150 grams of protein. Now I'd say if you are really overweight, I'd say more than 50 pounds overweight, I would say do 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight. So if you're 200 pounds and you're trying to lose weight and you're want to get around 150 pounds, I would suggest 150 grams of protein per day. So focus on those two things, guys. Don't take it so technical, so serious. Don't get involved in counting all the macros and trying to do high carb, low carb. I want you to focus on your calories and focus on your protein, and that is it. So use a calorie counter of some sort. MyFitnessPal is the one that I use. You can download that app to your phone. A ton of people have it, a ton of people love it. But don't focus on the carbs and fats and everything. Focus on the overall calories, and then, like I said, that's most important. And then Secondary is you need to focus on, within those calories, hitting your goal protein, which is 1 gram per pound of body weight per day. Alright guys, I hope this helped simplify things. I know that it can be really confusing trying to lose weight, especially for the first time maybe.